hell did I just watch? That was weird and just plain awful. Now, I may be mixed on the Halloween remake, but I do like some aspects of it. That isn't the case with this movie. Pretty much everything about it is bad. So let's just get this shit over with and talk about this complete dumpster fire of a movie. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So the movie begins with young Michael Myers now being played by a completely different actor this time around. Something that feels very distracting because I feel like the kid in the previous film did a much better job portraying young Michael Myers than the kid we see in this film. I guess the reason that they recast him was because he got a little bit too tall, and they saw that as very distracting. Yeah, because completely recasting an actor isn't distracting at all. Anyways, so we see young Michael talking with his mom, Deborah, where she gives him a white horse statue, and he talks to her about how he saw her with it in a dream he had. Now, this dumb, pretentious white horse plot plays throughout the rest of the movie. It's something that was never mentioned or brought up in the last film. In fact, I'm willing to go out on a limb here and say that the whole reason it was written into this film was just so Rob Zombie could cast his wife in a significant role. Look, I get that he likes casting his wife in everything that he does, but her storyline clearly ended with the last film. You don't have to add some psychic, supernatural type plot element to this film when it clearly wasn't present in the last film. Anyways, the movie then picks up after the ending to the first movie, where Laurie gets taken to the hospital and Michael gets put into another ambulance, where one of the EMTs, played by Richard Brake, starts going off on Katie Vicking some of the victims that Michael had just killed. Jesus Christ, who keeps hiring these people? Is every single character in this universe a complete sick and twisted sociopath who likes to talk about necrophilia, raping people, backwoods hillbilly, trashy type characters? You know, Rob, I'm going to talk to you for a second, buddy. Not every single character has to be like that in your movies. I mean, there's normal people that exist who just do their jobs. In fact, by making all these characters sociopaths centered around Michael Myers, it makes him feel less unique and doesn't make him stand out quite as much. The only thing that makes him stand out is he's taller and bigger and stronger. That's it. Everyone else is sick and twisted, so what makes Michael so unique? It makes him feel less significant in his own movie if you have all these other weird sociopaths running around him. Thankfully, both of these sick people get killed off and Michael escapes. Afterwards, the movie seems like it's going to follow the direction of the original Halloween 2, but that just turns out to be a nightmare that Laurie has. It's something that happens quite a bit in this movie. You see, after the events of the last film, Laurie became traumatized, and so she starts having all these weird hallucinations throughout the movie, where she starts seeing images of Michael Myers and her mother Deborah in the white horse type getup, when clearly she didn't have anything to do with the white horse in the last movie. It's been well established, even at the beginning of this film, that the whole white horse thing was just handed to Michael Myers. Laurie didn't have a statue of it. She just sort of has a weird psychic mystical connection. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Are you going like psychic magical type deal zombie, or are you going more gritty psychopath just change? It just doesn't make any sense. Just go on. We also see that it has been 2 years since the events of the first movie, and that Laurie is now living with the Brackets, who are probably the only two characters that are somewhat likable in this movie. Laurie herself is even more annoying and bitchy this time around. On top of that, we find out that Loomis himself is also an asshole now, completely unlikable in just about every way, where he's a jerk to everyone and even tries to exploit the murders to sell another book. Even though Malcolm McDowell does a good job playing Loomis in this film, I absolutely hate the idea of Dr. Loomis becoming a jerk. Why does every fucking character in this entire movie have to be an unlikable asshole? Who am I supposed to root for? Michael Myers? No, he's a sick sociopath who goes around killing people. Laurie Strode? No, she's a whiny bitch. I guess the only characters I can sort of like are Annie and Sheriff Brackett, but they're not very significant to the movie. So who am I fucking supposed to root for? Alright, so while all this shit is going on, Michael is seen wandering around looking like a hobo when he starts seeing visions of his mom, and she tells him to go back to Haddonfield to reunite with his sister. Speaking of Laurie, she finds out in Loomis's book that he publishes that she is actually the sister of Michael Myers. After finding out about this, she kind of goes a bit crazy, goes drunk and starts partying, where she thereby gets captured. A bunch of people start getting killed off throughout the movie, a bunch of throwaway characters. None of the deaths really have any sort of meaning to them. The only one that kind of comes close is when Annie dies, but that's only because it's played by Danielle Harris, who, you know, was Jamie Lloyd in Halloween 4 and 5. If it was anybody else in that role of Annie, the death would have no significance or meaning behind it whatsoever, because why should I care about Annie Brackett in these two movies? She doesn't really do much. She's just kind of there. She's kind of a throwaway character, in all honesty. And like I said, the death, if it was Jamie Lloyd dying kind of like that, it would have more significance behind it, because they do play some footage of like young Danielle Harris, and it's supposed to get you all emotional. I'm like, maybe I would if it were Jamie, but this isn't Jamie. This is Annie Brackett, a completely different character, so I don't have that connection. They're trying to manipulate you by, tapping into your love of some of the old Halloween movies, but it just doesn't work here, and it feels like, yeah, we wanted to give her a proper death to the series, but it just doesn't work for me because it's a completely different character. You know what I mean? In the end, we get this final confrontation where Loomis shows up and tries to save Laurie. However, he's killed off, and so is Michael. Then we get this final pretentious moment where Laurie is sitting in some psych ward where she sees her mom walking towards her with a white horse, and the movie thankfully ends. And thank God, because this movie just sucks. The characters are all awful, the kills are just okay, the white horse plot was hokey and not in a good way. Not to mention, this is kind of an ugly film to look at. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that instead of shooting the film in 35mm film like in the first remake, they shot this one in 16mm film. It doesn't look quite as clean or crisp as the previous film. Not to mention, this film feels rushed and tacked together. I have no idea what he was trying to accomplish with this movie. It kind of felt a bit experimental, like Rob was testing the waters to prepare for his next movie, The Lords of Salem. Well, that's going to wrap it up for my review of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is a complete dumpster fire of a movie. There's nothing really good about it. A lot of it is really pretentious, and it doesn't quite make too much sense, considering what they set up in the first film and now what they have now. The whole white horse plot thing was really stupid. It was just a cheap way to incorporate Rob Zombie's wife into the movie because he has to cast her and everything. And instead of, he casts her instead of trying to do something that would service the story best. It's just one of those things. I'm glad that Rob Zombie movies are done. They're an interesting experiment, but they didn't quite work out. And with that being said, that's it. We're done covering the old Halloween films. And tomorrow the new film's coming out. I had a lot of fun doing this. I know it took like pretty much 2 years to get done. I even had a special guest in one of the reviews who, for some reason, kind of disappeared maybe like a year ago. I honestly don't know what happened to Steve. I guess we kind of had a falling out. I guess he didn't want to talk about Halloween 5 so bad that he just up and left. So, no, well, fuck him then. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Be sure to come back tomorrow as we talk about the new film. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, and I heard something. The flying fuck is that? Oh! Holy cutbusters! Oh my God, sir! 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 Don't worry, sir, I got you. Steve! Ah, fuck! It hurt! Move your arms. What the hell are you doing in here? Here, come on out.
I've been calling your name for like fucking 2 years, dude. I don't even know.
So you mean to tell me that you've been trapped inside of my storage room since January of 2017?
January 13th, 2017, that exact day.
That's the day I uploaded my Halloween 4 The Return of Michael Myers review.
Mm-hmm. It's a great review, by the way. I watched it a few times in there.
Oh, yeah. It's probably your only form of entertainment. The Halloween 4 Return of Michael Myers
really
review.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. This is how I came to be stuck in there.
Okay, so how does one go from reviewing Halloween 4 with me to being strapped to a metal cabinet inside of my storage room?
So you see, Sean, when we reviewed Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers on your YouTube channel, on January 13th, 2017, I went to my car to go home, and I turned my car on, and I adjusted my mirror, you can see, and I see him in the reflection in my mirror, Michael Myers.
So you mean to tell me that Michael Myers, fictional mass murderer, kidnapped you, dragged you down the stairs to my storage room, and duct taped you to that metal cabinet in there since January of 2017?
Yeah. And Sean, I got news for you. He's not fictional. He's real.
What are you talking about, Steve? Michael Myers isn't real.
He is real and he's right behind you. Don't worry, Sean. I got you.
Steve! Get a gun! Get a weapon! Steve!
Here, eat the Snickers. I got you when you're hungry.
Are you good now?
Yeah. Later, loser.
Bye.
See you later, guys. I'm off to Haddonfield.
Okay, I'll see you. Goodbye, Michael. See ya. Get lost. Don't ever come back here again. What a really weird guy. I mean, I did not expect him to sound like that. Well, he's gone now. I guess I can. Steve, come on, get up. Wake up, Steve.
Oh,
Wake up, Steve.
Sorry, I haven't slept in 21 months.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah, I don't blame you. I
I'm
mean,
exhausted, man.
you know, maybe you should just head home. I mean, you smell pretty bad.
I smell awful.
I mean, you are just absolutely rancid
Yeah,
and repulsive. I
it's
don't even want
bad.
to look at you right now. But for all your troubles, for being abducted 21 months ago, I think,
Mm-hmm.
eat a Snickers.
Oh, thank you, Sean.
I mean, I got more over
I
here,
appreciate
too.
it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so, everyone, thanks so much for watching this video and the rest of these Halloween reviews. Oh, God. I'm so excited. Tomorrow, the next Halloween film is coming out to theaters.
What? Is a new Halloween movie coming out?
Yeah, you didn't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. Jamie Lee Curtis is back.
I thought she died in Resurrection.
No. They're retconning all the other films out of existence except the first movie. So this one's just
okay.
40 years later. Michael Myers is back, and he's ready to start killing people again.
So it'll be like 75
75?
years old.
Yeah, it'll be in his 60s, I think. I don't know. Like
Cool.
late 60s or something like that. But
Can't
either way,
wait to see it.
yeah, very cool. It's going to be pretty exciting. So, well, thank you all so much for watching this. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to talk about the new Halloween film. I'm very excited for this. Been waiting a long time. So,
But I've been waiting a few minutes.
so yeah, it's like waking up from a deep sleep and what you've been waiting for is there. So, all right. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for stopping by, Steve. Now get the fuck out of my house. Go. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you,
Get
Sean.
your goddamn
God
shit out
damn
of
it.
here.
Shit.
All right. Now what else
Fuck
to say
you,
but
Sean.
fuck you, Steve. Go to hell. Well, not much else to say, but that's all, folks.